Welcome back to Thank Channel. War rises on land and sea in Bannerlord War and Sail. This is the game I've played the longest, and ever since I started my YouTube channel, I've wanted to share this dream with you. Playing this game lets me live the childhood dream I've always carried, to become a general, to lead troops into battle, to charge the enemy, siege towns, or even rise to become a king. In reality, I'm just a normal guy, but here, I can become a true commander. So join me on this adventure as I grow stronger and become a powerful general. The process of becoming a powerful general continues. From the last episode, I focused on hunting looters and bandits as much as possible, and now we are very close to reaching Clan Tier 1. Once we break through this tier, my troop limit will increase. With more troops, I can fight larger groups and earn more money. However, we still need to carefully manage my finances. More troops mean higher wages. If you recruit without thinking, you can go bankrupt very quickly, so you must always be careful and plan ahead. While pursuing looters, I accidentally reached Ostican, where our main quest is located. Even though we are not ready for sea combat yet, I was curious about the quest, so I decided to visit the city.
Listen, you lot, I'm in a bit of a hurry. If I give you a penny each, will you stop pestering me,
You're Gunner of Lagshofen, aren't ye? We got a message from the Sea Hounds for ya.
You've got a message from those curs. Out with it, then. What's your message?
The message? The message is that you will die, you damn fool.
And how should I die, then? Of old age? While you three work up the courage to attack a wizened greybeard? Go on. You've delivered your message. Now scamper off.
We'll send you down to the Pale One's hungry halls. Right now. Kill him, boys!
By my blood! Damn, that hurts. Ugh. I think I'm all right, though. Thank you. I am Gunnar of Lagshofen, from the Nordvig lands. I've come to this port seeking warriors and a ship. These men we fought were allies of a pirate gang who called themselves the Sea Hounds. They have been raiding and slaving along the Nordvig's shores, and I intend to go to war with them. The Sea Hounds and I have history. And nowadays, they hate my guts as fiercely as I hate theirs. Somebody must have sent word of my whereabouts to their local friends, as these lowlifes had a mind to do me in. Again, you have my thanks for evening the odds. It's hard to believe now, but they were once my brothers in arms. Years ago, we fought side by side in the last great rebellion in the north. Most of the clans and many freemen like myself refused to bow to Volbjörn the Usurper, as he was then called. But Volbjörn knew how to speak to men's desires. He won over the bigger clans with promises of land and silver. And when summer came and he brought a fleet to give us battle, he had with him so many longships that their sails covered the horizon. We still fought them, of course, but their numbers were too many to beat. I know what it's like to lose family to slavers. If you're still searching, look to the Sea Hounds. They've got their hands in most of the slaving that happens along these coasts. They dishonor what we fought for. I'm no stranger to battle. I'll kill when I must. But they murder for pleasure, thinking the All-Father rewards bloodthirst. He wants warriors, not hounds. I mean to gather up some of my kin and friends to go against the Sea Hounds. Just a few days ago, I ran into an old comrade of mine here in Ostikan. He is called Purig, and he happens to own a fast ship. He promised to help me capture a Sea Hound ship and put together a crew. So, I'm going to make you a proposal. Perhaps you'd like to come with us. I can't guarantee we'll find your kin, but I can promise a good fight. And if we win, a bit of fine loot. And, well, if you'd ever had an interest in learning how to handle a ship, you won't find any better school than these northern seas. You can find Purig in the tavern and introduce yourself. I should go get myself cleaned up and get ready to travel.
Aye? So, who are you then? Oh, a fight, you say? Gunnar and you won, huh? He's alive? Well, good for you two. Gunnar is a tough old goat and rather hard to kill. I shall have to ask him about it when I get the chance, so... Yes, I agreed to help him in his little feud with the Sea Hounds. For old time's sake. I've got my ship and men ready to sail. If you're indeed of a mind to go with us, I'm happy to take you. But I've only got room for you. So if you've got any traveling companions, you'll need to leave them in this port. I'm sure you'll be back soon to rejoin them, safe and sound. The northern seas aren't for everyone. Even if you had your own ship, it would just slow us down. Don't worry. Me and my boys know these waters like the back of our hands. We won't let you slip overboard. Come down to the ship with me then. Wind and tide are with us, and I won't tarry long.
My brothers, I hope this letter finds you well. I told you that I might soon ask you to join me in Ostikan. That time has now come. Let me tell you what has befallen me since we last parted. I have been trying to gather warriors here to help us fight the Sea Hounds. I was lucky to find one very capable and brave soul who came to my help when they ambushed me in an alley. This warrior has a sister who was enslaved along this coast and agreed to join me in my hunt, in the hope of learning more about her whereabouts. I had planned to sail out of Ostikan with our old comrade, Purig. I considered myself very fortunate to have found him. Here was a warrior with a ship who shared my hatred of the Sea Hounds, ready to sail with me. But I had misjudged him. He was instead the lowest form of traitor, a man whose feigned camaraderie concealed a contempt for all that we value. The first night on the open sea, we were woken up by Purig's men holding knives to our throats. Purig had struck a deal with the Sea Hounds, and he intended to hand me over to them to be tortured and killed. He was always ambitious, and seemed eager to win favor with what he imagined to be a new power in the north. "I am sorry, old friend," he said, "but the Sea Hounds are strong and rich, and I think you always wanted to die spitting defiance at your foes." This was the last he spoke to me. His men chained us to the oars. The sea was calm and the weather hot. They made us row hard, and we suffered greatly as we cruised the coast looking for merchantmen. Presumably Purig wished to appear before the Sea Hounds with a prize or two in his hands to make more of an impression. In this way, his plan was undone by his greed. On the third day, we came across a stubby trading Knar and gave chase. As we closed, the Knar's crew first started to dump their cargo and then their own selves, as the pirates were shooting them with their bows. Eventually, we caught the Knar. Purig sent us as oar slaves to his prize, alongside some crew who hadn't jumped, with some pirates to guard us as he gathered up all the floating cargo. That was a mistake. His men found some casks of wine aboard the Knar and failed to chain us properly. Purig's Nekia by then was some distance away, and we realized that if
The story quest at the beginning is meaningful, but it ends in betrayal by a comrade. It was a sad moment for Gunnar. This leads to the sea battle I've been looking forward to. Even though it's only a small ship, the experience is amazing. After returning, I decide to focus on upgrading my clan tier first so I can bring more troops and come back stronger later. I don't want to get myself killed by being overconfident. My hand-to-hand combat skills are still not very good, so I need more troops to support and protect me from sea battle.
Well done. That's twice now you've gotten me out of a bad spot. Can you see those poor lads thrashing in the water over there? Right. Now, let's slow down so they can climb aboard. There's 2 more of them over there. Let's go fish them out. Right. Now, let's slow down so they can climb aboard.
Oh, thank you. Heaven be praised. We thought we'd escape the arrows, only to be drowned by the waves. Heaven protect us all.
Think nothing of it, lads. You've done the same for us, one sailor for another. So, look, lads. Purig is still around, but I suspect he's overladen and undermanned. I doubt he can find us before nightfall, which is good because I don't think we can outfight him. By my reckoning, we're still not far from Ostikan. So, row, my boys, for Ostikan and safety. So look, lads. Purig is still around, but I suspect he's overladen and undermanned. I doubt he can find us before nightfall, which is good because I don't think we can outfight him. By my reckoning, we're still not far from Ostikan. So, row, my boys, for Ostikan and safety. Well, I sent off my letter, and I spoke to some men from my homeland who have just arrived. They are sick of sea hound raids and ready to join us in our hunt. I'm afraid we cannot take your own companions, however. There's not enough room on the ship, and my men aren't willing to trust their lives to any other vessel in these northern seas. I recommend you make ready to sail again soon, but we have a bit of time. The ones with us now are farmers from the island of Bannerlord, near my village at Laxhoven. They are good men and well motivated. That coast has suffered greatly at the hands of the sea hounds, but they are not warriors who live for battle. The letter, though, was addressed to one of my very old friends, Bjolgur of Agelting. When he left the rebellion, he chose neither peace nor banditry. He chose instead to join the Skolderbruda, the Shield Brothers. Rather than fight for a king, he said he would fight for whoever pays him. A king may turn out to be unworthy of his warrior's valor, but gold is never unworthy. I do not pretend that I see eye to eye with Bjolgur on all things, but he, like me, prefers to match his skill against other warriors, and he has kin in Bannerlord. He will not come immediately, as he must take permission from his brotherhood. But when he does come, we will be very glad of his help. I recommend you make ready to sail again soon. But we have a bit of time. I do not know for sure. If I had ever knowingly given him insult, I never would have sailed on his ship. A true warrior to my mind knows his own mettle. He does not need others to remind him of his honor. He knows that sometimes in war you suffer bad luck. Your ship arrived late. You were carried away in the rush of a rout. You were defeated by a king with forces far greater than your own. Other men, on the other hand, crave glory. They must hear the cheers of townsfolk and wear gilded armor given to them by kings. They must be envied by other men, and if they aren't, they may hear a little voice in their head telling them that they can steal this glory, that they can slay the weak and take their wealth and buy the respect that they crave. That voice spoke to Purig. He gave into it, and it twisted his heart into something truly dark. He is a husk of a man filled only with ambition and wounded pride, all concealed beneath a fair face and a friendly laugh. I recommend you make ready to say... I suppose I have time for an old war story or two, if you're truly of a... As I told you, we fought together against old King Volbjorn. Many of us were from Bannerlord and other parts of the Norvig, where even the Jarls tread lightly. A man who called himself our king. Well, we weren't having any of that. We didn't call ourselves the Sea Hounds back then, but we flew the Dog's Head banner to show our loyalty to each other and to our cause. We fought, but we lost in a great battle in Valvik Bay. I and 100 other captives were led before Volbjorn, and the king ordered his men to take our heads. A dozen or so were killed before me, so I had time to think up something to say. As they held me down to receive the blow, I told Volbjorn that it was a good thing I'd eaten not long ago, so I could let him know directly from the high hall what sort of feast they'd prepared for him there. I thought he'd order me cut open or flayed, but instead Volbjorn laughed and told me that he liked my mettle. He'd spare my life and the lives of the rest of my comrades, so long as I swore an oath not to take up arms against him again. Volbjorn had made his point with a dozen headless bodies at his feet, and men paying the land tax or serving in his armies were of more value to him than corpses. If I swore, 100 of my comrades could return to their families. So I swore. Some of our number never showed up at the battle, however. I can imagine how it went for them after that, mocked in taverns or in scraps of songs sung by children. The North is not forgiving of those who throw away their good name. Their old life where they were feared rather than scorned must have seemed much sweeter in comparison. And of course they conceived a great resentment against those of us who faced death and showed them up as cowards. These are the ones who became the Sea Hounds, who aimed to steal the wealth and glory that they failed to win in battle. The North is not forgiving of those who throw away their good name. Their old life where they were feared rather than scorned must have seemed much sweeter in comparison. And of course they conceived a great resentment against those of us who faced death and showed them up as cowards. These are the ones who became the Sea Hounds, who aimed to steal the wealth and glory that they failed to win in battle. I recommend you make ready to sail again soon, but we have a bit of time. Well, I do not think we will have to go very far to start our hunt. A pair of ships have been patrolling off our coast, robbing passing fishermen. And I'd wager one of my eyes to a bale of herring that they're Sea Hounds. They scatter like minnows whenever a real warship sets out, but I think that my men's little vessel will be prey much to their liking. Very well. Come back here when you are ready.
For now, I return to hunting looters and bandits to continue upgrading my clan tier before attempting the sea quest again. Even though I have enough money to buy a ship, I still don't have enough troops to survive sea combat.
Soldier! After me! Soldiers, move! Everyone, after me! Soldiers! Move! Troops! Raise your shields! Shields! Cavalry, follow me! Soldier, charge!
Finally, we reach Clan Tier 1.
Good to see you. Believe it or not, I mean that. I've been looking for you. Calm down now. I'll tell you everything. What scum, eh? Even in this profession, double-crossing your comrades is frowned upon. I escaped. One of his men, a little guiltier than the rest, cut my bonds when the others were sleeping. But I can't let a traitor... I know where he is now. If you agree, we can attack together and save your kin. But in return, I will have the pleasure of killing that bastard. So what do you say? You can't trust me, but you need me. And I figure you have enough men that you could easily slit my throat pretty quickly if I lead you into a trap. And I don't need to trust you. Splendid. But I have a few things to do. There is a hideout near this city. He keeps your siblings there. I will join you right where the path leads up. Just... Ah, of course. I have no doubts on that score.
Suddenly, the quest to rescue my brother and sister becomes available, so I recruit more troops immediately.
You've finally arrived! I have a few things to say before we attack. We have to be clever. He is a cunning fellow in a low and base kind of way. That you did. That you did. Lead on then.
You might wonder why I don't clear bandit hideouts like in previous versions. In this update, bandit hideouts force me to fight many enemies alone, and after trying a few times and failing, I decide to let my troops handle them.
I knew you'd come. Great Evan. Damn, brother. Nothing can stop you. I love you, brother. Meet me there later, when you're ready to tell me everything.
Don't let your conscience bother you about letting me go, by the way. I won't get back into slaving. Burned too many bridges with my old colleagues, you might say. I'll find...
Troops! Everyone! On my flank!
that's it for today. We achieved our goal for this episode. In the next episode, I should have enough troops to properly fight sea battles and capture ships. I'm eager to focus on naval combat because capturing and selling ships is far more profitable than other early game activities. That's the end of today's adventure. Every victory and every defeat helps shape the general I'm trying to become. Thank you for being here and supporting me. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. See you in next video. Thanks you for watching my channel. I hope you enjoy it.